If you happen to watch this video within the release, I'm live on Twitch, reviewing ranked matches. Link is in the comment section. Ben shall not... Okay, so I want to say that Ben shall not be dependent on which side you're defending, but I take that back because this is SoloQ, and the mentality plays a huge role. Like you don't know with who are you playing with. Maybe someone will perform better if you're already winning 2-0. So yes, Maverick, you can ban Maverick if you're defending first. But if you have a 5 stack and you know that the mentality is not a huge role, then don't ban depending on the side. Unless you know if you will go to the overtime as defender or a taker. So how do you attack cocktail and bar is to get first piano control. Then you want to get the white hole control if possible somehow. And then you can rotate so on to the east balcony repel and then push it. Some teams also prefer pushing cocktail bar by having vertical presenters from the reading and then heavy east balcony repel. Basically, especially in the SoloQ, it is very important to see where your teammates are. Like, I want to see where Red's getting the kill, where's Ash getting the kill. That's very important. Okay, so this objective should be usually attacked, the whole top floor clear. Then you can have vertical host. So you can have vertical host towards the, well, both objectives, but mainly toward the freezer. Open up the freezer wall, clear out the VIP, T, and the vodka spot. And then from the freezer, plant behind the B bomb. And that's pretty much it. I have to comment yours Kali pick in the SoloQ. You probably don't want to play Kali in the SoloQ. That's all what I can tell you. It's very hard to frag with the Kali. It's very hard to clutch with the Kali, and it's very hard to not entry frag, or at least be a second entry frag as a Kali. And SoloQ is a TDM. If there is any 5 stack in this chat, so if you want to clear the bakery, you want to have Hibana over here because this is usually reinforced, and you want to open up this part of the wall. That means anyone behind the bakery as well as by the close prep will be pushed away. And then that will enable you to push the prep. 4 versus 3, I would like to start the droning. Like, you have a drone. Okay, the audio is back. Poggers. He's in the objective. But you can drone. Like, you have 1 full minute. Well, he's jackaled. I thought that you are going to throw this. Usually, if you want to do the bakery push, and at the very start you wanted to do that, you need to clear out anyone by the train, because from the train you can have vertical angles towards the prep. Also from like near the train, like by the mining, you can have the vertical host towards the default plant in the cooking. So if you want to do the bakery push, you definitely want to clear out the roamers, whereas if you're going to do the freezer push, vertical control is not as must. You need to have the open hatch at the freezer, and then again you have to clear out the VIP, vodka, and tea. Again, Kali. Like, my main concern over here is if you're going to SoloQ, play SoloQ operators. Don't like SoloQing already handicapping yourself. Playing operators such as Kali in the SoloQ is doing that even more. Because I don't see anything happening aside from holding the angles on the bakery. By the way, if you can destroy the barbed wire, it is always better to destroy the barbed wire, because eventually you might want to go outside. And if you're going to be like, I don't know, there could be some situations that you really have to go outside as quick as possible. So destroying the barbed wire is pretty nice if you can. You have a 1 drone. I don't think acing the angles is the right way if you don't know. Like, you definitely don't know where to expect the defenders, right? So the moment you don't know what to do, start droning. Find the intel. Eventually you will get what you want to do. Oh, nice. But you still have 1 full minute. Start droning. There's really no reason not to drone. This was kind of a slow reaction. But again, this is the reason why you don't want to pick Olly. In what scenarios should you red ping? In the scenarios such as if your team is ready to immediately pre-fire. Like, red pings are nice because you actually directly ping him. With a yellow ping, you might miss it. But what gives yellow ping is that you can actually ping their head instead of just their feet. So it can be easier to wallbang. So I will suggest always to yellow ping. Like, there are very few situations that you need to red ping. Unless you can combo the yellow ping as well as the red ping. Because then you essentially have two pings. If you want to put it on this side or this side, keep the glass because due to the glass it will be less exposed, especially if you're on the camera, because the blue light will be less intensive. It is also better to put it on the left side so you can see the pillars as well as the moto drop. Actually, I forgot that red pinging enemy or letting enemy knows that they are being spotted out can win you the round. But that's also very good. That's also a very good argument when to you really have to let the glass on. Like, destroy this glass and from this side put the camera on the right side. You kind of lost the whole preparation phase timers to put two cameras. So far you have lost 1 minute and 5 seconds to... Well, you lost 1 minute and 10 seconds to put two cameras. I don't think that is an efficient way of doing the preparation phase. So, talking about the cameras, I would always like to have a camera in the piano, because from the piano you always can see the attackers as well as you know what attackers are doing, even if they're not in the piano. Having a camera over here is good against the white hallway push, but the white hallway push will be exposed the moment they get in the barbed wire. But I don't think a bulky camera over here is necessary, especially if you have a barbed wire on the white stairs, which you definitely should have. So having one camera in the piano, the other one that you had put, like by the new hedge, and the third camera I would like to see by the east balcony. Knowing that your cocktail players are safe from the windows is very important. But as well as knowing if your teammates, like roamers, have to run out from the east balcony from the garage towards the attackers on the east side is also crucial. I have actually operator setup guide on my subreddit. I can link you in the Discord after the stream if you want to. You probably don't want to be on this camera because it is very unlikely that someone will be on this camera. It is better to be on some further camera. It's probably better to be on some stationary cameras because you can see maybe the pillars without camera. You can see which camera is destroyed. Maybe to check where the evil eyes are as well. I don't think you have checked where the evil eyes are. So yeah, being on the shop camera is more efficient than being on the wide stairs camera because it's more likely to be that there will be an attacker around the shop rather than fight. You probably don't want to pick an angle that you don't know where the attacker is if they just killed someone. That's probably... Especially if that angle is not as important. Well, Bandit is nuts. So the first angle that you kind of didn't need to pick is the skylight angle, and the second angle that you definitely didn't need to pick is the pillars. Yeah, you probably want to retrade them, but the issue was you don't know where he is. He can be anywhere around the pillars. It is not that he was stuck at one spot or on one small area. He was stuck in pretty much the whole pillars as well as the stairs. He could be by the brown stairs. He could be actually around on one of the pillars or the tables. Like you still had to guess where he was. So I can see the idea behind the repeak, like not the repeak, but retrade. But I don't like that getting that angle control wasn't that necessary. But also, let's go back. I mean, sure, you maybe tried to retrade that guy, but what if someone was on the like? What if someone was contesting you from the new hedge? You will be exposed from that angle as well. But it was definitely not a recommended pick to do because you're kind of entering in an unknown position. Okay, Kite. Okay, Kin, I was talking about your SoloQ operator picks because you're kind of picking operators based on the team, and if you're going to SoloQ, I'm not sure if it works in the usual game mode that you're playing, but in the ranked, if you're going to SoloQ, you want to play operators that the round loss or win depends on you. And if you're going to anchor 24/7 in the objective, the round outcome depends on the teammates. That doesn't necessarily mean bad, but that just means more inconsistent play. Because relying on the randoms, that is, well, itself inconsistent. Do you think having a trick? But as you can see, you really here cannot do anything as an anchor. All what you can do is be on the camera, and the whole round, you don't affect on it at all. And that is the inconsistency I'm talking about. In a 5 versus, like, you should lose this. You should lose this. Because there is no way that you can win 5 versus 2 versus 5. And if you were roaming, that means it is a 5 versus 5. And if you die, the round will be lost because you died, not because the random XYZ guy died. So I will definitely recommend you to play operators that you can make the round loser win. Not with the Kali or Kaid. Alibi is one of the better SoloQ operators because Alibi has impact as well as the pocket shotgun. So with the pocket shotgun, you can open up the hedges. That means you can immediately play like on all the floors as a roamer. And pocket shotgun will enable you to have vertical angles toward the objective. Like let's say that you're playing in the reading and mining, and then from the cocktail with the bailiff, you can open up the required angles. And with the impacts, you can make like very like if you're going to be pushed, then you can just impact one wall and then do that rotate. I want to see your route towards this hedge. So you went over here, brown stairs, all the way to the top. Is this? Yeah, this is definitely not quicker. So if something, this is quicker. Probably not the best. I mean, it is not like you can't go wrong with the evil eyes, can you? But you can only have good evil eyes or really good evil eyes. Having an evil eye by the T is great because you can see the same thing as with your evil eye, but also you can see the freezer push, you can see the big window, you can see the brown stairs, and you can see the red. These feed holes are pretty nice against the freezer push because against the freezer push, it is very likely to have an attacker pushing this side. And then if you're playing in the cooking, then you can see with the feed levels, you can see them like pushing you. I mean, you're again anchoring. That means the whole round outcome will depend on how your roamers will delay your push. Okay. I don't know what Ace was doing. So Bandit is playing in the T. You probably don't need to worry about this angle anymore. So yeah, I will be probably more on this camera. Ibana is around the freezer hallway, right? Well, at least with the Alda, you can miss few bullets. Okay, I have to comment this because... So this is happening a lot because if you're entering... Okay, you got the Hibana, but you don't know who is over there. You need to be always ready when you're fighting against the new angles, and that will get you killed. If you were in a high stack, you had an evil eye watching this. So if you were in a high stack, that will be fine. But again, you're in the solo queue. You can't think that your teammates will be watching the cameras. So going to the freezer means you literally can't call anything. At least watch the hole. At least watch the breach hole. Dodgy, thanks for the follow, mate. Oh, this is a very good evil eye. This is a very good evil eye. I would like to see an evil eye by the piano. I'm probably not sure where to put the evil eye. It is always nice to pre-plan your preparation phase during the operator lineup. Like having an evil eye over here, or over here will enable you to deny a lot of drones. That is why that evil eye is very powerful. By the way, this deployable shield, if there is an ADS by the pixel, you can destroy this deployable shield by shooting it like over here. So this S charge won't be catched by the ADS because it is not in the line of sight, but this ADS explosives has enough radius to get rid of this deployable shield. It was banned. I mean, Melusi in the SoloQ is probably better than Maestro. You need a barbed wire over here. Having a barbed wire like on the top of the on these stairs, this part of the stairs, well, is kind of like too late of the notification that the takers are pushing. You want to make sure that anyone who is playing, you will actually now turn. So anyone who is playing like this spot or like bottom is safe from the Y stairs. And this spot can be countered by here. So if a taker is on this position, it's kind of already too late. I wonder the text not to follow mate. Yeah, Melusi is a very good SoloQ operator. I will definitely recommend to play here instead of Kali. I mean, Kali is the taker, but instead of Maestro or Kaid. I mean, Maestro is not a bad SoloQ operator because Alda is very powerful. Be careful about if you're going to play early in this position. Be careful about attacking attackers opening up this window, because from this window they can see the rotation between the heaven towards the cocktail. So some teams call this heaven, some teams call it hell. Is the beauty of the region calls. I can't wait for Kickstarter to make universal calls. I would like to see which outside cameras is alive or which one is destroyed. That will be a great intel. You have two people on the cocktail, which is unnecessary. You have, let me see. So playing on the piano, this is fine, but this is a kind of too far. I would like to have someone by the pixel. Then you can have someone on this spot, because this spot is safe from the skylight, but as well as safe from these hatches. So this guy, this allows anyone to drop here down. It kind of wastes the time, and then he can retreat back. About Bandit, yeah, I will definitely recommend him to play around the pixel. You're playing on that spot. Okay. If you're going to white pig, be careful about the skylights. Right now you're okay. Previously you were kind of exposed on the skylight, and if you want to pick the shop, you can jump on one of the tables, and then you will be on an odd position, so not preferable, but also you will be able to see the same angle. I will also be worried about this side, because Bandit got killed like maybe 10 or 20 seconds ago, which is enough for a taker to rotate to go toward the toilet. So if you're holding this angle and the previous angle, Anyone who is going to push you from like this direction will be able to see you before you can see them, because this kind of like this door frame blocks your view. What I can see over here is smoke can deny the shop. So if smoke is still alive, probably nobody is by the shop. Jaeger is coming from the white. So probably attackers are mostly around the piano, I would like to say. Smoke is no more visible from the shop. It will be probably better to be picking him from this rotation rather than from the door, because they probably have the cross here onto the door frame. Okay, you gotta push that guy. You gotta push him. Ooh. He can use the rotate. Nice, nice. You are okay. You are attacking. Okay, so this is fun. It is very hard to pre-place your drone when you are attacking the top floor. I like that you actually are pre-firing, but I think it is better to open up the piano and just take more safe angles. You want to open up the freezer. You're the only hard breach right now. You want to open up the freezer because any defender playing the freezer can stop your bar push very easily. I just wanted to notice that there is no rotation between the cocktail towards the bar, like far north side. So you're opening up the freezer wall. That's very nice. That means you have kind of control toward the cocktail. Nobody enters in the cocktail. So now you can push white hallway. You're proning. You probably don't want to prone on this position. Zofia is in the objective. I would like you to push the freezer or try to push this guy. Nice. Red stairs. Okay, you don't need to push. You have the diffuser. Red stairs, you're planting literally. You're probably playing on the worst position. There was really no reason to plant this close. If okay, you didn't hear the call. Okay. You usually need their rotation in case you're playing the vodka, tea, or the VIP, and you usually want to play there. But if you don't play there, then there is no reason to open that up. Okay, actually, you can actually get the hedge and the reinforcement. I guess you said prove that I've let just electrolyze the hedge and the vaults. I'm not going to toy with that anymore. I think that was a right call. By the way, I think okay, so you have 4 anchors. Usually you want to when defending this objective, you want to extend. Like you want to extend either to the bakery and the Harry Potter, or you want to extend towards the I don't want to pause. You want to extend towards the vodka or towards the VIP. So Bandit died. That means no more roamers. That means attackers have the full map control. And finally, they are doing the vertical holes. If you want to see for the vertical players, then you probably want to do it as quick as possible, or you don't need to, because if you're waiting for it for maybe 2 seconds, then they're already gone. This was a very nicely done to kill the vertical pressure, because most likely there's not going to be any attacker doing the vertical. You're kind of too exposed, yeah. By vault, you shouldn't be vaulting over here. Like, vaulting animation is the worst animation. So you could have just held an angle onto the red, but even that wouldn't be the best. You should have played with the Valkyrie for the retrade. The link. I need to give you the link of the Valkyrie setups.